Hey YouTube, I've just been messing about with my trio pedal. I'm going to do this guitar in a second, but I've been... come on. Good start, Right, hold on 2 seconds, blow my nose. Hay fever, I need to take that hay fever pill. Ugh. Cool, so YouTube, I wanted to stick that in while it was working. I'm now going to sneeze. Right, so this is a guitar I've got in for a setup just now. This is a Fenix by Young Chang Telecaster. For pal George, just basically need a setup, and actually a good clean. I took all the machine heads off and cleaned and put them back together again. It's basically a sort of MOT type thing. Yeah, so this serial number starts E91, so I think that makes it 1991. Right. Young Chang, these were problems with Fender because they were too close to being Fenders, and I don't really say if you can look it up, and I'm sure there's a better story than this, but they ended up making Squires at the same time as making these, and these used to have like a Fender headstock on them, and like one of the deals was when they started making the real Squires, they had to change their own headstock to be a bit more different from our usual telly. But basically what you just got here is a 1991 Squire telly, I think. I recognise the string trees as being exactly the same string trees, the sort of roller ones that were on E serial number again. I think E stands for the factory, so it's Young Chang, even though it does say Fenix by Young Chang on it. So we know that, but I'm pretty sure that if you've got an Epiphone with an E on the back, it's made, or a Squire starts with an E. I think it means the same place. Yeah. Anyway, so rosewood boards. Decent locking tuners, made in Korea, sticker on the back, so it's a Korean one. We knew that anyway. It's top loaded, and it's got individual saddles. I prefer my none of those ones have it. You know, your ashtray one with the 3 saddles, but it's just Probably just more because it looks cool and it gives you something to rest your thumb on, maybe a little bit. Yeah, these pickups, unfortunately, I'm determined to do this video. Damn you, hay fever. It just seems to hit me in the last 10 minutes since I started doing this. Right, so yeah, so the pickups unfortunately are not, they're both the same polarity and the same wind, so I can't do my usual humbucker trick. I normally stick a push-pull pot in, which wires the two of them as a humbucker, but you can't do that if they're both the same. So it's just got the usual three sounds. Nice neck, in very good condition this guitar actually. It was just a bit dirty, and as usual, any guitar that's sort of this sort of age that hasn't been set up in the last 10 or 20 years, the neck was away out here somewhere, so I had to put it back. Yeah, only other, I suppose you've already heard it, which is pretty cool. That was me using my Trio band creator pedal. I found out some things when you stick them in, they work really well. That was me trying to stick in, heard it through the grapevine. Yeah, the guy gave me 11s to put on this guitar, so it's kind of funny. 11s, you wouldn't think it would make any difference, but I always play 10s. And 9s feel dead bendy, but 11s are the opposite way around. It's like an acoustic. You can really strum it. Much more than you can with 10s. But just you just have to work so much harder all the time. But good solid telly. So I'm just pointing to the wee Laney VC15, no pedals on, apart from the Trio band creator, but it doesn't really do anything with the sound. So I'll put some distortion on. Rat pedal. Roasting today, man. I'm sweating. Also close the window so I can get across so we can't even play the guitar. So there we go. Maybe need to do a wee bit of adjustment on that jack. Give it a squish of some thing, mate. But there we go. So nice Fenix Telecaster. Good quality stuff. No idea what these sort of things are worth. I think the E series of Fender Squiers are pretty much sought after these days. You know, over the sort of Korean ones. What I found before, I'm going to blow my nose again. What's going on? yeah. So what was I saying there? What I found before with the earlier Korean Squires, I'm just calling this a Squire, they're, the necks on them are fantastic, but the pickups and the tuners and possibly the body might not be. So I think I had one before, this plywood body, and sometimes this one seems to have sort of the upgraded tuners. But sometimes you get these and they've got the really cheap stuff, but the neck's always dead good. And then if you go to a modern Squire, the necks are cheaper, but the hardwares are good because you don't get shit hardware anymore. So even if you do get a Squire from sort of late 80s, early 90s, it's dead cheap to replace the sort of the weak parts, and you don't need to go spending £100 in Fender Texas special pickups or anything like that. You can buy like basically any modern ones. I was going to say like Warmans or Wilkinsons or something like that, but you don't even need to go that high. If you just go into eBay in China and look up and buy like a set of new ones for like a tenner, they will be they'll be like what's in a modern Squire, not what's in the old ones. You don't make really shit stuff anymore, like hardware wise. But this is obviously, I wonder if that was how they marketed these. So the Fender were coming out with a very similar guitar but with the cheap hardware, whereas these are obviously doesn't have the Fender badge on it, but it does have decent tuners and good bridge, decent pickups, decent electrics. Rock and roll.